Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Feature in Focus, where we are going to be focusing on standing out in a competitive job market. We obviously work with clients all day long, listening to the struggles of hiring in this day, hiring in this current market. So today we'll kind of be diving into a few ways you can help your job ad stand out and get the best traction as possible. If you haven't noticed already, I have a special guest with me today. I have Kelly from our retention team that is joining me. She has a huge background in working at Ideal Traits, helping people with hiring. Many of you probably have spoke to her or she has maybe reached out to check in. But Kelly, if you want to introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Great to be here. Thanks, Brandy, for having me.
Yeah.
I'm the client relationship team lead here at Ideal Traits. I've been here for 5 years, maybe a little bit longer than
Wow.
that now. And yes, many of you may have spoken to me at some point, whether it's about renewals or just ads and accounts in general. So yeah,
Exciting.
yeah, good
Exciting.
times.
But
Good times.
yeah, so we'll dive right into it. You can listen to me chat and yap all day long. I feel like my weekly attendees listen to my voice all the time. But as always, this is being recorded. So if you guys need to refer back to it later on, it will be up on our YouTube channel. You guys can always watch this back. But let's dive into it. So as I mentioned, we are going to be really focusing on how to stand out in a competitive job market. So, um, really, the biggest thing that we have noticed with our current clients is recruiting is changing as always, and it is becoming more and more needed to sponsor your job ad. And when we bring up sponsorship, I feel like a lot of times clients have this. I mean, Kelly deals with this every day. People are nervous. They're nervous. They're like, what is this going towards? What is this going to help me with? And we could probably talk about just the benefits of it for 30 minutes straight.
Good, yeah.
But really, this is going to put your job ad at the top, I won't say promise the very top, but towards the top of those job searches, just to help the right candidates come across your job. So when recruiting, when looking for candidates, it's not only getting in front of every candidate, which some people are striving for, it's really getting your job ad in front of the right candidate who matches your requirements, matches what you're looking for, has those right qualifications. It could be a great candidate for a completely different role. You want someone that is qualified for what you are looking for, not just maybe they're a great person. It could be a great personality hire, but not exactly what you are looking for in that specific role. So, with sponsorship, this is really allowing you to, when you are putting that job ad together of what you are looking for, Indeed and ZipRecruiter then takes that job ad and they are able to show it to candidates who do match those qualifications you are looking for. Um, so when you are posting your job ad through us, every job ad, when you just click that post ad, it is going to be an organic job ad. So we send it to all the job boards for you. You make that one job post, it's out there, nothing left to do. Sponsoring is that extra step to increase that visibility, receive a larger candidate pool. Maybe you are trying to make a hire quicker. You need to quickly make a hire. You're looking for as many people as possible. So it will speed up that process for you. And then the other thing too is it really depends on what your competitors are doing. Everyone in your area is sponsoring and you aren't, their job ads are going to be getting to those candidates much quicker than your job ad. And it's not that one ad is better than the other, it's just kind of competing with your neighbor down the street with a lot of the job ads that are similar. Um, anything to add on that, Kelly? I know you we're having these conversations daily, really, with a lot of
Yeah.
our clients.
Yeah, especially in the last, I would say, 6 months, it's become a more prevalent conversation that we're having
Yeah,
about sponsorship. I think with just a lot of changes that Indeed specifically are going through, um, that to get more applicants, to get in front of more quality, I would say, applicants, or the kind of candidates that you want to be applying. Um, we're seeing more and more clients go down that sponsorship route. So them being able to obviously hire quicker or find candidates quicker, like you say. And I think you kind of have to think of sponsorship. And like you said, it is scary because you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to be spending all this extra money um, on what if I don't still find that person? You're right, like you can't guarantee it, but I think you have to think of sponsorship as like an investment,
sure.
right? Like, would you pay that little bit extra to not be hiring for another 2 months? I
Yeah.
know that I would, right? Like kind of
Yeah.
nip the
Oh, yeah,
hiring in the bud, pay that little bit extra to
for
get
sure.
more applicants, to have more options to choose from than that smaller pool. But yeah, I do think that it is becoming more prevalent now having those conversations.
For sure. For sure. So when it comes to sponsorship, we've kind of mentioned a few different options. So we do have two different routes that you can go. Obviously, there is ZipRecruiter and Indeed, and they are kind of polar opposites, really, when it comes to what that sponsorship looks like. With ZipRecruiter, these are a flat fee that you are paying for candidates to view your job ads. So we offer a single and a double boost, so $2.99 or $3.99. You get your job ad sponsored for 30 days or 100 views. So it's really whatever comes first. If 100 candidates view your job ad on ZipRecruiter, it may not keep that sponsorship the full 30 days if it's a pretty popular ad. Or if you maybe are in a tougher area, you might hit that 30 days before you hit 100 views. The difference with Indeed is Indeed really goes off of applies. So not necessarily views, but people actually clicking, interacting with your job ads. So with Indeed, you can customize that budget. We have clients who sponsor for $50 a month. We have clients who sponsor for a lot more than $50 a month,
Yeah.
really kind of what they are looking for. A really nice thing too is you can set up that budget based on kind of how many candidates you want. So if you plug in $50, it might recommend you'll get 15 candidates with that budget. Maybe you're like, hey, I want to make a couple hires. I want to invest a lot more into this ad to get a handful more candidates than I was expecting. So gives you a lot of customization, or really just what you're willing to spend on the sponsorship. You also get the customization of is this across 15 days or 30 days? So if you are trying to make a hire quicker, you are able to set that budget up to spend in 15 days. And then kind of my two favorite things about Indeed is you get all the analytics. So you can see how many people clicked on your ad, how many people applied, how many people clicked and didn't apply. So now I'm kind of looking at my title was good, maybe my ad content wasn't, vice versa. And also, we do offer a credit for Indeed. So we do a new user credit if you are brand new to setting up an Indeed account and sponsoring through Indeed. You do get $100 towards that first sponsorship. Um, which is huge. I've seen a few clients use that across a couple different job ads. They put all of it towards one. A really nice way to kind of test it out, get your feet wet, see if you're even interested, and like the candidates that come through with that sponsorship. Anything to add there, Kelly, that maybe I
No,
didn't touch on?
no, I was just going to say, like, Indeed, I love the flexibility of it, right?
Yeah,
Because you can put your budget, but you're also not being charged directly right away. So you're
Yes.
being charged for what you use. So say after 30 days or even like 7 days, like you have enough candidates to work with, or, you find that one, right? Because it only takes one
Yeah.
right candidate, you can just pause your ad and then it pauses, that budget. So even if you've maybe set like a $500 budget, maybe you only end up using, say, $100, right? So I
Sure.
love that flexibility with Indeed for being able to do that. And I love the analytics because you can get so much from it, right?
Oh yeah.
Sponsorship isn't everything, in my opinion. Like you need to
Mhm.
have like the ad to go with it, right? So it's like great ad, add that sponsorship to it, make sure everything's competitive, and then obviously be quick on the follow up if you've got some really good ones coming in, right?
For sure. For sure. All right. So when should you consider sponsorship? I always am 100% for it. I think always, if you are trying to make a hire, it is not going to hurt you. Any sponsorship is always going to be better than none. But a couple things you can kind of consider if you're thinking in your head, okay, is this something I should do? Are you wanting more candidates faster? So a lot of times with that organic posting, you might kind of see them slowly trickle in. If you are wanting it faster, sponsorship is really going to help increase those candidates quicker that are coming into your account. If the traction is really low, if you're getting very little, it is going to help increase that traction as well. If you need to make this hire quickly, obviously that kind of goes with getting higher traction and faster. But if you are looking to fill this role quickly, it can be really, really beneficial. And then again, a competitive market. If you are in an area where there are hundreds of other job ads, and they are offering more pay, they are offering better benefits, they are just more competitive with a lot of things they're offering. Sponsorship is going to help you compete against those other job ads and going to help get your ad in front of more candidates who maybe that ad is offering a little bit more, but you are sponsoring, which is helping kind of get your ad that more traction. When it comes to sponsoring, you are welcome to set this up right when you are creating the job ad. But if you guys already have a job ad posted, you're welcome to add it on after the fact. So in your account, if you're on that jobs tab and you click that action drop down, you can click the sponsorship button and it will walk you through kind of those different options. And you are always welcome to add on that sponsorship after the fact. So don't feel like you need to repost or you missed the opportunity. You are always able to add that on there. So what that kind of looks like I mentioned, clicking that action drop down button. So when you do, you're going to see this window asking if you want to go the Indeed route or the ZipRecruiter route. Either way, you'll click continue under the one that you're interested. With ZipRecruiter, you will see this option of the single boost or the double. Like I said, it is based on views. So the single, you get 100 views. And then for the double, you will get 200 views. It does not guarantee you'll get that many views. It is just what comes first, 30 days, or you hit those views. And then with ZipRecruiter, we will take payment right through our system. Pretty quick and easy. You'll enter your info in. Boom, that job ad is now sponsored. Flat fee. There's nothing else for you to do. And then where Indeed's a little different. So Indeed, you will actually use your own Indeed account. So that is where you don't have one yet, you are eligible for that $100 credit to set up your Indeed account. I'll make sure we include that in the follow-up email with this recording so you guys all have it in case you do need it and you're interested in setting up an Indeed account. Once you set up your Indeed account, or if you already have one, it will prompt you to connect your Indeed to Ideal Traits. So all payment for Indeed goes straight through Indeed. We don't touch any of it. It is just a partnership we have with them. Once you do connect your email, you'll get your business popped up. So if you are someone that owns a couple different businesses, make sure you are connecting the correct one. We always get a couple people that are like, oops, I connected it to the wrong business I have. So make sure it is you, make sure it is correct, and you will grant us access through that. And then this is where you really get all of that customization. So you'll see, do you want this to be sponsored across 30 days or 15? It will recommend a budget for you. This is solely through Indeed. Indeed is looking at your title, your job description, your requirements, your area, all the different things that are part of your job ad. And based on those different qualifications, different components, it will recommend a budget for you. You can see on this right-hand side, it will recommend roughly how many candidates you'll get with that budget. So the nice thing too is if you update to a custom budget, maybe I'm like, I'm only really comfortable spending $100. I update my custom budget to $100. It will give a new recommended budget. So you'll be able to see, hey, $100 might give me 10, 15 candidates. That's exactly what I need. And then you can go from there. So more of a suggested kind of recommendation, but it really comes down to what are you looking for. I always joke, it's, if you're looking for a unicorn, maybe someone that has so many years of experience, has to have certain qualifications and licensing, has to be bilingual in 4 languages, I don't know, all the crazy things. It might be a much higher budget than if you are looking for an entry-level customer service, or I think I saw someone the other day posting for an office manager, and went such great results. A lot of people were very interested in the role. So it really depends kind of on what you're looking for and obviously the market that you're in. Um, Anything to kind of add on this, Kelly?
No, but I have been obviously, like I said, speaking with a lot of clients just recently about this,
Yeah.
and it's just a case of just playing around, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you're comfortable with, like you say. Even if you're like, oh, I'm still nervous about the sponsorship aspect and making that leap to make the investment into it, still go in, and you don't have to create a campaign if you don't want to. At least do those first steps to just see. Because what if, I don't know, that we've spoken to certain people that are like, their budget might say like $49, depending, like you said, on like location or um, qualifications, certifications that are needed,
Sure.
and how many other, I guess, businesses are also looking, how many other candidates are in that area, kind of thing, right? So, if it's just $49 or, small amount, then at least oh, okay, I can probably
For
afford
sure.
that. Why not, right? Especially if you're maybe struggling, make that little bit of a leap, test the water, and then you can always go back in and up your campaign budget. So I've had, clients do the same, like reach back out and like, hey, just want to add some more. And, then all of a sudden, they're back to getting more applicants again. Often within, like, I had someone I was speaking to last week, they upped their budget again. And I think within 18 minutes, I think it was, seeing come up, they had an apply. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Take that into account. Take the chance.
for sure.
You
For
never know.
sure. So, and kind of as Kelly said, after 18 minutes, she saw an apply come through. So, as applies do come through with Indeed, you are able to see all of these analytics. So, right in your account, once you sponsor, you'll see this sponsor icon. And you can click this Indeed View Report, and it will open up exactly where the money you spent is going. So, how many impressions, that's how many views you are getting, how many people of the people who saw it actually clicked on the job ad, and then how many actually applied. And these are so helpful to look at. I mean, I'm always reviewing these with clients, and you're getting so many impressions. so many clicks, but people aren't applying. So maybe we need to reevaluate some things in the ad or highlight some other benefits because it's not enticing people enough to apply. Um, Maybe you're not getting any impressions. So it's like, okay, we need to update that title. We need to play around with your job description. Maybe your salary is a little bit lower. Are you willing to increase that? And kind of reevaluate some of the components of your job ad. So we always get asked, we've kind of been mentioning this throughout the webinar, but how much do I sponsor for? So as Kelly mentioned, you are always welcome to just get your feet wet, throw 50 bucks on your job ad, see what it does, review those analytics, see kind of how that affects your job ad, and then make a decision from there. There are a handful of things, like I mentioned, that can affect that budget. So based on your location, the requirements of your job ad, your competitors, the current market, all of these things can really affect it. That recommended budget is going to be your best option of kind of choosing how much to spend. But again, it will update based on what you put in. So if you are wanting to make multiple hires, maybe you're looking for a sales role, I need to hire 5 salespeople, then you might want to increase that budget just so you have a larger pool of candidates coming through if you are trying to make a handful of hires from that one ad. But again, 50 bucks is the minimum for Indeed. So you really can start low and kind of explore from there. I did pull some numbers, so at least you guys can have something to kind of reference. We pulled some numbers of all the ads that have been posted in the last 30 to 45 days through Ideal Traits. So with an organic ad with zero budget, the average amount of applies it got in 30 days was roughly 5 to 6 applies. So you can see you're getting traction, but very slow, spaced out throughout kind of those 30 days. With Indeed, the average budget right now is about $212 that our clients are spending on their sponsorship. And the average amount of applies they are getting with sponsoring is about, I'd say, 29 applies, just under 29. So you can see that is a dramatic difference in applies. Investing in that little bit of sponsorship is helping those clients really receive a handful more candidates. I did pull 2 ZipRecruiter, so with that $2.99 flat fee, averaging about 16, 17 applies over the last 30 to 45 days. So again, Indeed is giving you a little bit more analytics to go off of. This is just a snapshot of the last 30 days, so it looks like Indeed's kind of winning the race over the last 30 days, but fluctuates over time. And then we had just a handful of clients who actually sponsored on both. And then their breakdown is there as well. So to kind of give you guys a visual to put together a graph here. So you can see kind of that average spend with Indeed and those average applies with sponsoring. I mean, it's way more than even double. It's 5 times
Huge.
the amount of applies. Absolutely huge. Um, but and it's quicker. You'll see as soon as you add that sponsorship, it is, like Kelly said, 18 minutes later, one of her clients was getting an apply. So it is a very quick kind of, I don't want to say instant, but you're getting a lot more traction, so much quicker and more traction than you were getting with that organic apply. So, Kelly, anything else to kind of add to that?
No, I mean, the data speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Dramatic difference.
we're promise we're not just like making this up out of nowhere. I was pulling these numbers this morning and I'm like, wow, this is so impactful. But
Yep.
well, that is kind of just about all we had for today. I know we're coming up on time. So if you are having more questions about sponsorship, you're like, Brandy, I'm listening to you, but I still just don't know. Please feel free to chat into us. You are welcome to chat in through your Ideal Traits account, schedule a support call with our support team. we'd be happy to help you set up that Indeed account, help you get a job ad sponsored. Just continue this conversation if you do have more questions on it. We are always happy to kind of guide you, walk you through that for sure. But even with sponsorship, you still want to make sure you have good content going out. You can throw $1,000 at a job ad, but if it is still not good content, you're still not going to get applies. So always feel free to reach out to us if you need help with thinking of a job title. You want us to review your job ad. We are always happy to kind of help walk you through those things as well. So just give us a shout if you need us. But thank you all for joining today. Thank you, Kelly, for hopping on
Yeah,
and for
thanks
being
for
a part
having
of
me.
this. But we will send out this recording, if not by the end of today, probably tomorrow. So let us know if you guys have any other questions, and have a great rest of your day.
Okay, see ya.
Bye now.
Bye.